And hello again, and welcome to another WNEP Sports Spotlight. I am Newswatch 16 Sports Director Steve Lloyd, and joining us here today, the state champion from Valley View, the girls softball team. They are the 4A state champions. They won that about a month ago out at Penn State. Coach Mia Wascora is here along with her entire team and coaching staff. Coach, first of all, welcome to WNEP. Thanks for coming in and doing this sports spotlight. And the spotlight's been on this team all season long, and they've come through in flying colors and bringing home that state championship. You have to be thrilled with winning the third state title in school history at Valley View.
It's an incredible feeling, Steve. Thanks for having us. We couldn't be happier. And I'll tell you, I think I could speak for all of us when I say we've been flying high for the last month or so. It's just been absolutely unreal. The community support. I'm still going to the Dollar General, to Quinn's Market, all of our little, places near home, and I can't go without someone congratulating us. It's a wonderful feeling.
The program is built on such a solid foundation. You have outstanding talent, great coaching. You have great support from the administration, athletic director, superintendent. It kind of starts at the top, and then from there you just go out and execute and play. What was it about the state championship game that made it so special to win it?
Again, seeing all the faces in the stands, the people that got these young women here, seeing the parents, seeing their former coaches, seeing, again, everyone that you had mentioned, our administration, teachers, just all the people that came out, I think it helped them realize what a feat and how big of a game this really was going to be. And then stepping on that field, I have to admit, I was overwhelmed, extremely overwhelmed with just the severity of that moment that we had there in front of us. And so to be able to be put on that stage, that platform, and then see these girls produce and do so well, it was fabulous. And I was extremely nervous. I'm not going to lie. I tried to hide that nervousness because here I am, like the head coach, and internally I was dying. I was like, oh my God, this is incredible, and they're holding their own and doing so well. After that first inning, I took a deep breath, sat down. I looked at my administrator to my left, Mr. Larry Pagula, our principal. I took a deep breath, like I tell them to do constantly, and I said, listen, we got this. We got this. And from then on, these kids set the tone, the pace of that game. They were lights out, and I could not be more happy for them and proud.
You mentioned earlier you have 5 outstanding seniors that are going out on top. We're going to talk to a few of them here in a second. Mention the 5 and how they were key contributors for the team this year.
Absolutely. So to my right, I have Callie Karwoski, Penn State, Maine. She's going to be playing out there. And she's that heartbeat of the team in that middle there, along with Taylor Colley to my left, who's our pitcher, one of our pitchers. They're 2 of the 4 captains on the team, Binghamton, and she will pitch there as well. But just heartbeats of the team. Can't tell you how integral they were to this team, how important, how appreciated. I don't want to cry, but in my 15-plus years as a college coach, now high school coach, I have never coached such an incredible crew, and this senior class is beyond special to me. And it's not just because of the state championship win. They're little extensions of me. Their captains help shape and mold the culture of your team. And on that Remind app that we have, I'd be, blasting them, at all hours, saying, okay, make sure that they're wearing these belts, these shoes, have this and that, without hesitation. And it's those little things as a coach that mean a lot to me. I knew that I could count on these kids. But beyond that, we have 3 other seniors. Emily Moyles is right here. Emily is going to Penn State Scranton. She will play softball. She was always quiet, soft-spoken, but when Emily wanted, something, we all knew it. She came up big time for us hitting wise. She was our designated player for most games. She did fabulous. She could play anywhere, and she will be extremely successful. My other 2 seniors, I have Kaylee Fenton over to my left. She's like the little mother of our squad. She could, again, anything that you would need, any kind of help, the caring nature. Brilliant young woman who's going to the University of Scranton. She will be like the next big shot lawyer of the Scranton area. She's going to be fabulous. And finally, Abigail Settles, who's going to Marywood, studying psychology. Another just, if you wanted to, have a smile on your face, just look to Abby Settles. She loved the game, loved to play, would always ask questions, always wanted to get better. And without these 5, it's going to be a different kind of team, but we have been all the better for having them.
Couldn't have said it any better explaining your class of seniors. Well, let's start with Callie. 47 hits, 13 home runs. Where does all the power come from?
So I spend a lot of my time off the field in the gym doing the little things. I'm not the biggest build, and most teams when I step up to the plate don't think of me as a power hitter, so I compensate that by working at the gym and just building myself up.
What do you remember most about beating Kennard-Dale 6-zip in the state final game?
Honestly, everything. Going into the game, it was the most unreal feeling ever. Like, my heart was in my stomach. I've never felt like that ever for anything once in my life. And that inning where Cora got the bunt down and I went from first to third, we planned that out with film and a lot of preparation at practice. That was definitely one of the best moments and definitely a huge momentum shift for us. And that was probably my favorite moment of the game. And then obviously spending time with my teammates after on the bus one last time, and my coaches, like, it's just unreal and indescribable.
Heading out to Penn State, Maine, going to play some softball for the Nittany Lions. Big Ten, you got to be excited about that.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. It was really special to play on that field, too, right before I get there in the fall.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, now we switch to Taylor Cawley in the circle, also swinging a pretty big bat there for Valley View. 15-0, .72 ERA, 144 Ks, also 39 hits and 14 home runs. So how do you split your time in practice with Coach Washura, dealing with, working on your pitching, and then obviously, getting your, practice hits in?
Every time I pitch, I also hit. So I feel like that really helps me go both ways. We're always working hard at practice, and I couldn't have done it without the team behind me.
So you're staying pretty close to home, about an hour drive north up 81. It's pretty easy to get there. State University, Binghamton. What made you commit there and want to play for the Bearcats?
I just really love the coaches. I love the environment. They have a really good schedule, so I'm ready to go out there and compete.
What does it mean for you as a senior to finish up your career with a state championship?
It means everything to do it with some of my best friends. I missed my freshman and junior year, so just to come back, it's so special.
What do you remember? What's one highlight moment from the state final game?
The final out with Maddie Manelli catching the ball in left field. It was just insane. Every single pitch there was cheering, and it was great.
And then the ride home, that must have been fun.
Yeah, it was so much fun. We stopped at the Creamery, of course, and it was great.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, well, much more with the Valley View girls softball team when we come back. Coach Washura will talk a little bit more about the team, and we'll add in a few more players next on the WNEP Sports Spotlight. Stay with us. And welcome back to the WNEP Sports Spotlight here in the digital studio with the Valley View girls softball team, the 4A state champs about a month ago out at Penn State. Joining us now to coach's right and my left is Abby Call and then Zoe Krapovich, 2 juniors that are going to be back for you next season. Talk about these fine young ladies.
They're fantastic kids, 2 captains, junior captains, and something that is important to our staff. We want our student athletes to take ownership in the process of cultivating this, kind of excellent culture we have. So it was chosen by the student athletes. And if we admit too, this is who we would have chosen as well. But the student athletes chose the 4 captains that we do have. Incredible people. And again, both in the center of the field, you're going to have Abby Call, who's going to be that mainstay pitcher for us for her senior year, and Zoe Krapovich, who, again, is they're both all-star, student athletes, and she's going to be in center field. But couldn't do it without them.
Strong up the middle. Let's start with Abby first. 34 hits, 10 home runs, 7-2 in the circle. How much did you watch Taylor? How much advice has she given you? And obviously you want to go out next season and have a banner year and work on your pitching in the offseason, because it seems like you're going to be the ace of the staff now.
Yeah, I've played with Taylor since I was really young, and I've always looked up to her since I was little, and I feel like just being able to get it done with her just means a lot to me.
It's kind of great that you have her as a role model. What have these seniors meant to you?
I look up to Callie and Taylor a lot, and especially the other seniors. They're like my family. I mean, we get along so well inside of school and outside of school, so I feel like just being able to be on the field with them means a lot.
Everybody seems to have a highlight moment from the state final. Was there something during the season that stood out, or something in that state championship game?
Just being able to get it done with all of these girls meant a lot to me.
Zoe, obviously, Coach is going to have you out there in center. Must have a little glove work out there and some speed. That's kind of why she's putting you out there. Do you enjoy being out in the outfield and kind of away from the action a little bit?
I do. I had 2 freshmen on both sides of me, and being able to direct them and teach them everything that I know was really super special. I think they bought into it a lot, and by the end of the season, I think they had just as much talent as I did. I was really glad to be able to lead them out there. So.
The senior class, what have they meant to you as far as support and obviously, just looking up to them?
I think we feed off of each other. Like, if someone's having a bad day, we just pick them up no matter what, so no one's really ever having a bad day. We kind of all just are there for each other, no matter if we're on the field or off the field. We're all best friends. So.
Coach, who else do we have here if you want to rattle off the players? And then you have 3 assistant coaches over here. Who are joining us here today?
So we'll start with the student athletes. Coral Kelly. We have Maddie Manelli. We know Callie Karwoski. Ashlyn Palikar. We know Taylor Colley. And Kaylee Fenton, one of our seniors. My staff, without them, this would not be possible. I can't tell you how important, we take practices. And most recently, it was the preparation of watching film and analyzing things with stats. The game has changed, Steve. It's a different kind of game than when I played in the mid-2000s. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If we are not looking into Game Changer and some of these, statistics and watching film, you're behind the 8 ball. I cannot tell you. I literally look at the chills that I have. I have the chills because it was such a cool experience and moment being able to, break down a team, look at them, see where we could, in a sense, attack, and see where their flaws were so that we could prepare our student athletes the best that we could. I literally have the chills. It was, and we are a family as well. I have Kylene Scavazzo, Justin Stevens, and Gina Shafalo, Moreno now. But she'll always be Shafalo to everybody that knows her. Everybody knows her, calls her Shafalo. But anyway, it was, that part for me was incredible. And we knew the second we watched Kennard Dale, we knew that left fielder was the one who was going to come in. We just knew, get Callie on inning 1. Cora was locked in. Callie had said it. That was the most memorable moment of the season. Cora getting that bunt down, almost beating it out. The kid's quick, basketball star, but we say softball too. She almost beat a bunt out. And we, again, Callie at first, arguably the quickest in the state. We knew we were getting her to third. It was the defining moment, and then you get this one up, and she's no joke. There's something about Abby Call. You had asked Callie, I believe, nerves. I could tell when some student athletes are a little bit nervous. This one, never. She's like, I can't, there's no word to describe her, because when she is there, like, she doesn't even hear me, I don't think. I'm like this background noise, and she's locked in, understanding the assignment, knows what she has to do. And listen, we fail sometimes, but every big moment that she has had, she has produced. We tell them, hit gap to gap, put the ball in play, hit the ball hard. You're gonna, we're gonna make something happen. I mean, absolute laser beams this kid hits. The one this year that I thought she probably hit the furthest, we were at North Pocono. And there's like a farm behind the field. Like a big cow. She almost laser beamed the cow out there. Or whatever, it was a dog. I don't even know. The thing was huge. But it was a dog. It looked like a cow. But I'm telling you, absolute talent. But the people who I'm like surrounding myself with, these student athletes, they're putting in the work. So every bit of recognition they do deserve. We just got word today that Abby received utility first team All-State. Taylor Colley received first team 4A pitcher, and Callie was actually the player of the year in the state and shortstop first team. So, I mean,
Congratulations.
that speaks volumes of their work ethic, their tenacity, intensity. And you're making, ladies, you're making everybody around you better, and you know that. I just couldn't be more proud of these kids.
All right, stay with us. When we come back, we'll go through their run in District 2 for that District 2 championship, and then their run in states. More with the Valley View Lady Cougars softball team here on the WNEP Sports Spotlight. All right, and welcome back to the WNEP Sports Spotlight. I am Sports Director here at WNEP, Steve Lloyd. We are once again joined by the Valley View girls softball team and some of their coaching staff. We have Gina Shafalo, married name now is Moreno. We have Kylene Scavazzo, and in the back we have Justin Stevens, who goes about 6'4", 6'5". So let's talk with Kylene. Obviously, talk about being part of this staff and what these girls were able to accomplish.
I've been the JV coach for, I believe, 10 years now, and I've always dreamed of being a part of the higher level organization, the varsity team. It took a long time, but Mia thankfully welcomed me aboard as one of her assistants. And I feel like the girls. I just feel like this was a potential once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It has meant the world to me and also my family. I played for Valley View back in the day. And just to be a player way back when and then to come back around as part of this coaching staff is, honestly, it's a dream come true. They are my family. These are my sisters, and that's the big pa who looks after us and takes care of his women. Yep. And it's just I have never felt anything like this. Dream come true.
Awesome. Gina, most people remember you, being in the circle and being part of that last state title team, and now you're back coaching.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. The girls are awesome. Really great.
How was this experience different for you now?
Well, it was... we were nervous. So if you recall when I played, we were nervous. So that was one of the things that going into the state game, I wanted to make sure that everybody knew, like, listen, it could be really loud. We made signs just to make sure that everybody could hear in the outfield, because when we lost my junior year, nobody could hear.
Great advice.
Yeah. So just sharing some good stuff. I actually had the Coach Reese, our announcer. He made the recommendation of having everybody from the 2013 state championship team write the girls' good luck note. It was really good. I made Taylor cry.
Awesome. And Justin, we'll have you come up and you can speak in Mia's mic. You're kind of the Seems like you're the muscle of this group. What do you add to this team that helped them be so dominant?
You know, I think I bring a little bit of the calming influence to the girls.
Yes. Look at them all smiling now. We're not anxious.
Anxiety going on, and I bring a little bit of the calming influence to the girls, so we get down to business and do what we have to do.
Great moment for you. What do you remember about that last out?
It was an amazing out. You know, the girls did a great job. The ball was in the air, and we all held our breath for the 25 minutes that it seemed like the ball was in the air, and once it was caught, it was unbelievable. It was mayhem.
Awesome.
Mayhem.
Me, you talked about you can't do this alone. This staff, what do they mean to you? Obviously, you've built friendships here.
Built friendships, but it means everything. I think you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. And to me, it was an absolute no-brainer who I wanted next to me. Justin and I had coached at the University of Scranton together 4 years? Was it 5 years? Yeah. And Justin, again, he's that teddy bear influence. I think the girls prefer him over all of the females on staff, just because he's the one guy, and we're all girls, right? But he's very, very intelligent with the game. He's a great pitch caller. It's like we not fight, but he brings that calming balance, because he'll level me and he'll reason with me and say, listen, okay, not 2.5 hours. They just need a 2-hour practice. Like, relax. So he brings me to light, and I can't appreciate him more. To my right, the most true, kind, down to earth, wonderful human being who is beyond brilliant herself. She is so lucky. She's, a wonderful wife and mother. And she has little baby Frankie in her belly right now. But I keep saying to her, listen, all right, the baby's not going to need to nurse all day, every day. You're still coming on the bus. You get your clearances. You're all good. So I'm not letting her leave anytime soon. And the same with Kylene to my left. She is cultivating the next, the next and the future of the program. But a person who would literally give you and the girls and anybody the shirt off of her back. She is the most sincere, kind, caring, giving human being I've ever met in my life. And you need to surround yourself with good people. We have one life. I'm not wasting it. I'm living it with good people. I hope they stay forever with me. As long as Valley View will have us.
Not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I think too, Steve, when your time's up almost. And I feel like we still have a couple good years left. We want to be fresh for these student athletes. We want to learn. We want them to learn. We want them to grow. And as long as we're willing to do that, they're going to do that. So they're stuck with us for a little bit, and as long as Valley View will have us for the time being. But we're having a lot of fun doing it.
Awesome. Have we mentioned every player that's here?
I would love
are there
to
ones
do
behind
that.
us?
Yes.
Okay.
So again, Justin Stevens, coach, Lily Smith,
Hi, Lily.
Grace Munley. Can we?
Hi, Grace.
Our little tiny girl.
So we got them all in.
Yep. And then we have Abby again and Kaylee Fenton. But thank you. Yes, those were my girls that were still sitting down over there.
Awesome. Let's start with District 2. You roll through prep, then you beat Dallas, and then obviously Tunkhannock and you have had battles.
Yes.
You win that 7-3, and then you go on to beat Northern Lebanon, beat a very good North Schuylkill team. Northwestern Lehigh, last couple years with those Blue Mountain girls, and then obviously Kennard Dale. Talk about the district final against the Tigers first.
Again, we set that tone inning one. It was inning one that we preach confidence, not cockiness. And we knew we knew the pitcher was going to be, good. We knew what we were getting with her. But again, put the ball in play, make them make a play. And when we did that, everybody has errors, here and there. No one is perfect. So, a left fielder misplayed a ball, and then, just a couple things were trickling, to our favor, to be honest. Again, Cora with the bunts. Cora didn't bunt a single thing all year long. The kid comes off a basketball hot, hitting her little gap shots. Cora Castellani is not going to be this Abby Call bomb hitter, right? Cora is going to be a consistent line drive shot hitter, and that's all I could ask for out of anyone. So when you have this kid who usually is hitting line drives, putting the ball in play, Cora rarely strikes out. These last couple of games, she's dropping bunts, and again, if people were looking at us, they would not assume that. That's unassuming. Just as if I was to bunt Abby or Taylor or Callie, you know what I mean? But we had some stuff up our sleeve, and we were ready for them. But I don't think Tunkhannock was quite ready for the amount of offensive power that we literally punched that game. Mm-hmm. That's what won that game, along with lights out pitching from both. Both girls pitched that game. Taylor for the better part of the game, but yeah, the offense that game was really lights out.
As we wrap this up, last question, just thoughts to the entire school district and obviously being state champs, what this has meant for you as a coach.
For me, it was one of those like big time dreams that you grow up and you play the game your whole life. And I was a 3-sport athlete. I love Valley View. I'll always bleed blue, gold, and white. I can't see myself anywhere else.
We're all from Valley View.
We are. The whole staff, the whole coaching staff is Valley View alum. To be a player and not get that far when in your heart you felt you were that good, disappointing back then. Then I moved to the college game, come back home, come back to Valley View. To win it with this particular group of girls, hands down one of the best, highlights of a life for me. These kids could actually say that they won a state championship. The magnitude of that is still just, I get left speechless, honestly, because I don't think they know how big of a deal that is, because I'm still trying to comprehend how big of a deal it is. But community support, the love of the team, the love of the people that we're surrounding ourselves with, it just fantastic, fantastic memories that we will always have that we get to share for the rest of our life.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Once again, congratulations, girls. 4A state champs. Coach, congratulations. Thanks for coming in to the WNEP Sports Spotlight, and we will see you in the future. Have a great summer.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
All right, that's it for the WNEP Sports Spotlight. I am Sports Director Steve Lloyd, and we'll see you next time here on the Spotlight. Thanks.